This is a 1983 Toyota pickup. It's not a Tacoma, it's not a Tundra, it's not a T100. It's a Toyota pickup. I love the styling of this truck because it's stuck between two decades, stuck in between the starting of the 80s and the late 70s. Therefore, it got the boxiness of the 80s, but it also got those round curves that the 70s offered. Almost like they tried to make square circles with this. The coloring of the interior and the interior style looks like it got left behind in the 70s. And this is an 83 model. It's supposed to have square headlights. I'm swapping over to round headlights because I think they look better, but that's how you know it was in the middle of a decade. So let's talk about our beloved 22R 4-cylinder. It makes maybe 100 horsepower, but not enough power to avoid that lady that's going to honk after the light turns green for 2 seconds. Maybe if you close your eyes and with the combination of all the other noises going on in the truck, you would think that you're going fast enough to go on the expressway, but really you're only up to speed with traffic at 30 miles per hour. And this thing even advises you not to go faster than 55. L52 5-speed Toyota transmission is what these things are part of with. The transmission kind of feels like you're driving a tractor, but it's still a good transmission, especially for crawling. And the 4 low in these things are phenomenal. I mean, it's already geared so low in the transmission, and this thing has 4 10s in it. I mean, for being stock, it's already a pretty good setup for an off-road rig. And because of the gearing, you're not going to win any races in this thing, especially with that power coming out of that motor. Enough about power. How does it ride? I mean, it rides like a pickup truck, but like an old pickup truck. Like, let's take all the stereotypes of what you remember riding a pickup truck was like, and that's what this thing rides like. It has straight axles front and back with leaf springs front and back for suspension. So it's like you're riding on a skateboard. There isn't too much room in the cab, so you have to prepare what position you want your head to be, because you can hit the roof on this thing, or you'll hit that back window so hard it'll knock you out cold. I mean, anytime I see some kind of obstacle coming up, I cringe, and I'm just ready for my head to just bob like that. And other people probably think I actually did hit myself on that back window pretty hard. So why is this truck my vehicle of choice? These things are just phenomenal on the trails. I mean, they literally just fly through them. Things that Jeeps can't even go through because of these setups. I mean, even for a stock truck, this thing has some pretty mean flex. I mean, look at that. Don't tell me no flex zone, because this is definitely a flex zone. I mean, look at that tire. It's tucked in there. And I mean, look at the front tire. I mean, it's so tucked in, it's ready for a nap. I'll tell a story time right now. Bernstein Bears. In the end, this is a very fun truck to drive. You don't have much power to get you any speeding tickets, but because it's so limited on power, that's what makes you want to just push it that much more. These little trucks are known to be beat on. I mean, that's essentially what people do with these things. They beat on them. These are beaters. But they've become so scarce here in the United States because they've been exported to different countries that the Toyota market is just so high demand right now, and trucks are not cheap or easy to come by because they are so scarce, which is why I like having my very own Toyota pickup.